was sitting in the kitchen and I was like, Lord, what am I gonna do? I have all of these responsibilities, all of this going on, and it seems like I'm doing everything I can for you, and everything is just going opposite. Anybody ever been there where it seems like you were doing all you knew to do, and still you took 2 steps forward and you took 5 steps back, and you're saying, God, what in the world is going on? And I was sitting in my kitchen and I didn't understand it. And then these words came. I said, Lord, you are good. You've been so good. Lord, you are good. You've been better than good. I can't.
Welcome to the Better for Today podcast show.
Hey peoples, what's going on? I'm Al, and that's my rider, Jesse. You never heard him from Martin? It's my rider, Calms over there. Jesse. Silence. Why weren't we on last week? Oh, we went to a meet and greet.
We did.
We went to a meet and greet, which was pretty nice. Looks like this thing has got a crazy delay on it, don't it? It looks good on here though. And we got wet. You don't remember that, huh? You don't remember it raining when we come out the place?
No, God, that was a whole totally different day.
You sure?
Get you some ginkgo biloba.
They said, when you forget stuff, it's a sign you're getting old. Now, you thought I was going to say that was going to make it's a sign that something's good happening. No. It's a sign you're getting old. Really well. What up, son? So, yeah, we went to this meet and greet. To my surprise, my wife knew more people than I did.
No.
Yeah, you did.
I knew one person.
You had the whole table commanded.
He just so happened.
They was talking to you like they knew you.
He knew me.
A bunch of people knew you. Well, it looked that way because you were talking to everybody. But it was nice. It was nice. We're gonna start going to more. They're like mixes where you meet people. Nobody seemed to have their business cards but me, which I didn't care. But it was nice. It was nice. We're still dealing with mental health. This week is the past. We're talking about our past. Is your past your friend or your foe? What is he to you?
My past?
Yeah. Is it your friend or your foe?
I would say my friend. And not a friend, but it's I use it to.
Is it a compliment or a disadvantage? Because based off the situation will determine what it is. Anyway.
Yeah, because it's complex.
Let us know you in the building. Our spiritual father is here, Pastor X. And this is going to be a good show. She's going to say I can't say that, but that's why I got it out the way. But yeah, is your past your friend or your foe?
Would you say friend?
Yes. The past is your friend when the strategies you use from your past help you now. It's your foe when them same strategies stagnate you.
Okay. I get what where you're getting at.
Yeah. Most of the time, our past is a stagnation. It was a survival skill that we move forward into our life now, and while we put it in place, it's no longer needed.
Right. You're no longer in that.
Now you're not in that space. You're not in that space anymore.
Mm-hmm.
The last is a snitch. Mm-hmm. Okay, Rel. The past. Oh, I was about to say you've been with lie too much. So
he was speaking Jasmine Big.
There's a song I'm gonna play later, but I'm gonna express this. I'm gonna say this how God said it to me today. And I explained it to you, and I probably confused you because I was saying so fast. But one of the things that happen to us when we get hurt, we put boundaries in place. We set boundaries, right? We move ahead in life, and we never go back and remove the boundary, not realizing that that boundary was for that event. It wasn't to be placed as a refuge. But we take these boundaries and we move further in life. And it was explained to me that it's an unprepared boundary. So it's kind of hard to go back in there because it only pops up when a similar situation pops up. So now you take, he gave me Roman times. He talked about how these Romans know that there's an invasion coming. So they build a wall primarily for this invasion. This wall is built to prevent whatever enemy is coming from getting in. The walls we build pop up after the enemy is there. And now we don't never go back and refine the wall based off the next enemy. When something similar pops up, that wall pops up. And what we don't realize is it's keeping more good from getting in than bad from getting in. But, for some reason, we convince ourselves we're safe. And this is all something that Lynette, hey, Lynette, what's going on? Good to see you. I like her. That's my cousin Lynette.
We love her.
And we don't never, like me and my wife, we talk a lot. I mean, we really talk a lot. Sometimes it's aggressive. Sometimes
it's called intense.
It's intense.
Fellowship. Yeah.
But God, I lost my thought joking around.
You were saying we talk a lot.
I forgot what I was about to say.
Oh, Lord.
It'll come to me later.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to play this song, and it deals with our past. So just listen to the words.
We don't own the rights.
We don't own the rights. Yeah,
we don't own the rights to the music.
We got to say that.
I've been
chained. In the presence of the Lord, I've been free, delivered. And in your presence, Lord, I found joy, grace, and favor. Forgiven. No more shame. My past is over. It's over. Say right now. Right now.
I guess I got to unmute our mics first.
That would be good.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really good dealing with the subject matter that we're talking about today, which is the past. Is our past more detrimental than advantageous? And that solely got to put our comments up. Hey, let me put this up. Let me show this. Lynette said, great song. I thought it was, Lynette, and primarily because of what my thought process was this morning, how I was thinking in regards to the past. And the reason I was thinking about the past because I'm in counseling again, so I'm like high alert. Everything's high alert, but I'm becoming more aware that a lot of my behavior is based off what I've gone through opposed to what I'm going through. And a lot of us don't even don't even realize we're operating like that. And it's because of certain things that's happened in our past. So, how do you know that you're operating in your past? How do you know that some of the things that you're doing right now are contingent on how you handle things in the past opposed to how you should handle what's right in front of you? That's not a question I'm asking you, but some of us have no idea that we're operating like that.
Right.
We have no idea. And friendships are being ruined, certain things are happening, and because it's so easy to blame other people as well as cut people off, this new generation is the cutoff game, the blocking game. That's what we do. We don't never solve nothing.
And that could be to your detriment because we don't know who's got our help. And it could be that person you may have been pissed off at or someone you don't deem valid.
I mean, as a friend, well, I'm gonna just talk about you and I. Your friend should have the right to check you.
Definitely, if that's your friend.
Now, when you find yourself scurrying away every time somebody checks you, there's something wrong with that.
Yeah, because you don't want to deal with reality.
There's something wrong with that. You should be able to withstand criticism.
Yes.
Because you damn sure can give it out. I mean, the average one of us, we love giving out criticism, but we can't take it. We can't take it. And a lot of it has to do with our past.
Yeah.
A lot have to do with our past. So my first recommendation for everybody is to go find somebody to talk to that don't know you, that don't care about your feelings, and can give it to you raw. Second, you got to journal. You got to start writing your days down. You got to start writing. My wife is on Facebook right now, as you can see.
You can see what?
You can see you looking at your phone. Unbelievable. Don't close it now. Yeah.
But I'm in tune to everything you're saying.
I just
I
said.
don't remember what you said.
What I just said.
Before. But
what I just said.
Ah.
All right, so we're going to start off with 10 clear signs that you might be holding on to your past.
Ooh.
All right, here's number one. I should have had this in the chat, but I don't. I got another article in there that I'm gonna put up later, but we got time. This is the first one. You keep replaying past events in your mind. Now people will say, "I don't do that."
You got a line.
You got a line problem. Yeah, you got a little line problem too. Anything that happens in your life will remind you of something. It's at that point you got to choose the behavior. Because if you don't choose a behavior, your database is going to send you a behavior based off how you handle it in the past.
Correct.
And of course, you may get the same result, but in your mind, it ain't you. It's somebody else. It's never us. And I'm learning to point the finger at me continuously now, because, and then another thing about that, when you point the finger at you, you got to stop doing it to make sure it's not you that's the problem.
Right.
That's still pointing the finger. I'm making sure it's not me.
No.
So I know it's you.
I think that we all play a role in it all.
Yeah, but sometimes this is me. I'm talking about me. I ain't talking about nobody else.
Right.
I'm in counseling X. I need to make sure I'm okay because I can do the will of God better.
Gotcha.
It's got nothing to do with changing my spouse. It's got nothing to do with changing this person at the job.
No, I want to do better.
I need to do better for me. That is
That's
correct.
right. Yeah. When I'm better, I think my surroundings become better, and that's whoever's in my circumference.
So they say when you keep replaying past events in your mind, you constantly revisit what happened, what was said, or what could have gone differently. So let's just talk about like when you get into a, what you call it, intense fellowship with somebody. Sometimes what's up, Keish? Sometimes you revisit it because you have more to say.
Oh,
I wasn't finished.
no, I wasn't finished. That was funny to you, huh?
I ain't gonna bring it up. I thought it was hilarious. Like,
When have you you've never seen me?
I'm not bringing up the past. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But it was funny. All right, keep replaying past events in your mind. These are signs that you are holding on to the past. I'm moving slow because I'm copying and pasting because I want 2. You struggle to forgive yourself or others. Now, people always say it's hard to forgive ourselves. It's hard to forgive yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it is. Number one is because nobody's ever taught us. Nobody's ever sat us down and said, this is what you need to do. It's the same thing with boundaries. These boundaries that pop up for past events, nobody has ever shown us how to take these walls down. So we walk around with old walls around new people.
Mm.
You're holding people, you're keeping people out who was not there to cause the wall to go up.
Mm.
And this is holding on to your past.
Yeah. I will have to say been guilty.
We
of
all
that.
do it.
Yeah.
If you don't say you do it, you're a liar.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
really, these walls go up and you forget you put it up. But as soon as something similar happens
Mm-hmm.
to what may have put the wall up, instantly,
Yeah. Me, I don't have walls until something familiar happens, and then I start adding the bricks.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll start building that wall.
But the thing is, that wall is not for that event.
No, it was a familiar.
It's familiar.
Yeah.
So because we haven't been taught how to remove the wall or maybe how to put the wall when it's needed, it instantly pops up.
Is it really needed?
It's sometimes it is. Until you get confident enough to know you don't need the wall. Let me protect myself until I get myself in a place
Mm-hmm.
that now I don't need that wall.
So I don't have to fly off the handle, so you can compose yourself. Yeah.
I don't think nothing's wrong with flying off the handle, but that can't be your go-to thing.
All the time.
All the time, I'm flying off the handle. You got a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a problem. All right, number 3. Hold on, let's see what this says. It says, you hold on to resentment, guilt, or shame, even if it happened years ago. I know a lot of people who do that. I remember I read something before. It says unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting somebody else to die.
That's crazy.
That's what we do.
Mm.
You know, and these talks we have on Thursday is just so we can get better.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only reason we just want people to get better.
Yeah.
Number 3, you talk more about the past than the present. I know thousands of people who do that. I'm being serious. Not too many people I know can have a conversation about what's going on.
Mm.
So what I try to do is make sure the conversation is about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can speak about people who have spent a lot of time in jail. What else can they talk about?
Yeah. Majority of their time is spent there. And
There's no counseling program in there to show them how they can talk about the now.
No.
Unless you get fortunate like Real.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But he used his time wisely.
Very.
He went to school.
Yeah.
So that kept him out of the environment,
Right.
you know, where that's all they talk about. Let me check on here to see. I don't see no Instagram people. I wonder if this thing is even on. Oh, there it goes. I gotta check because CB pops up over here. Yeah. You know, that's why I put a long sleeve shirt on. We gotta, it's like a training process.
Mhm.
You gotta start to train yourselves in these new things. Otherwise, you're gonna keep repeating old things.
Yeah.
All right, number 4. And we just talked about this.
Mm.
You judge new people based on old wounds.
Oh,
What else can you do?
say that again.
You judge new people based on old wounds. It's called the spirit of familiarity. Anything familiar will remind you of what happened.
Okay.
And until you go in and clean that out,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to hold them accountable to what happened. You're not going to hold them accountable to who they are.
Correct.
You know, I'm learning more and more to give everybody 5 minutes
I think everybody deserves
Yeah.
some grace.
of my undivided attention. I'm constantly, intentionally listening to them.
Mhm.
Nothing they say sends me in a mood where I can't wait for them to be quiet so I can say something. They remind me of something.
Mhm.
Everybody deserves that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a training operation that, you know, quite frankly, until you put your phones down, it's just not gonna happen.
Mhm.
You know, we gotta, number one, release ourselves from the bondage of these phones. These phones are one of the biggest distractions on this planet. And what it does, and a lot of people don't realize it, it puts 1 million people's lives in your head.
Mhm.
So you got everybody's events going on in your head that leaves you very little time for yourself. And when you get to when it's time for you to do something for yourself, you so jumbled that now you're trying to do 1,000 things at one time. What up? See, kaboom. Guess who stepped in the see Bonnet, what up? And I'm on my phone a lot. Don't. But I put a timer on my phone so that I know how much time I'm spending on my phone.
Mm.
We got to police ourselves because it's not a good thing that our phones are consuming most of our time, most of our good time.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But to each his own.
Yeah.
Moving right along. Number 5.
I like what you brought up earlier when you talk about how you asked someone to describe what what a movie was about, and they went into describing it, but they were describing the actions, but didn't really explain what the movie was about.
Because you
Because we
trained
were
in distraction.
that's right. We were distracted
Yeah.
by him escaping and running. But what was the whole
How to start.
the whole itinerary? Yeah, why did this happen?
How to start. Like
Right.
most movies at the beginning, like you caught that thing we watched. What was the name of it again?
Straw.
Straw.
Oh
You
my God.
caught that at the beginning. I didn't catch it.
Yeah,
But the entire movie was based off that event.
off of that event. Yeah,
This is what happened. And so we're being trained to configure, let me say this correctly. We're almost being trained to create a false reality after the fact.
Mm.
So that almost like we need something to condition us so that we won't face what's really in front of us.
Mm. Having a false reality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's, let me tell you, man. So I had a discussion today with a guy, and I was trying to explain to them about what these phones are about. So what these phones are about. And trying to make sense to somebody whose mind is wrapped in the distractions of a phone is crazy. You can't stop wasting your time until that person realizes that they're a prisoner to that phone. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. And so I showed him something that I'm gonna share with you guys. He had the phone in his pocket, and he had this, I don't know, I guess it's a watch where you can answer. You know, the phone debilitates your frequency to the point where you become dependent on your frequency, on the phone's frequency. If you think I'm lying, they now have rehabilitation programs for people who on their phone too much. You can go to Phones Anonymous, I guess, because when you release yourself from the frequency of the phone, your body will go through withdrawals. It's what's happening with the phone. So let's go back to the history of the phones. Then we're gonna go back to what we were talking about. When the phone first came out, it came with a case, a holster. They took that away. Then you were able to take the battery out of the phone. They took that away. So now this phone is in your pocket, and they moved it from out of your pocket to on your wrist. Now you're walking around with 2 devices. The craziest thing I've seen is if you got this thing on your wrist, why you keep checking your phone? So the frequency of the phone will make you reach for it even when there's no call, there's no notification. It's just because you are now addicted to the frequency of the phone. And we got off track talking about phones, but this is what happens.
But it's all part of the mental health portion.
But it really ain't dealing with the past. It's just dealing with the phone. So let's get off the phone. All right, number 5. I just when I see people who spend tremendous amount of time on their phone, I really try to help them because they don't really understand this phone is creating what they call instant gratification.
It's also training you to. It's a bad habit. It's training you to ignore the signs of what's really going on around you because you're now so absorbed into what's going on in everybody's fake life on Facebook.
How can I say this? I don't like that now with these phones, you really don't have to deal with issues that's in front of you. You can literally check out in your own world with this phone and think the issue gonna go away, and it's not.
Right.
All right. I don't know why that came up like that. Number 5, you resist change or new opportunities. These are signs, that you might be holding on to your past. It says you're afraid to step out, trust again, or try something new because of a past failure or betrayal.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever had that problem. I might step out too much. Me, my past, let me say this correctly. My past has probably interfered with my relationship with you and with God because I'm just learning how to trust.
Right.
I have bad trust issues.
Right.
And I had to come to terms with the fact that it was my environment.
Right.
It was where I was brought up at. Now, I'm working on it.
Yeah, but I think the first part is acknowledging. You acknowledge the fact that it was something holding you back from growth. And now you're doing something about it. But knowing about it and not putting forth an action to correct it.
That's it. Now that you know what you're gonna do about it.
Right.
Yeah, what you gonna do about it. Okay, number 6, you feel emotionally triggered by old situations. That's huge, Carlos.
Yeah.
A lot of us haven't even learned how to manage our emotions. We live off our emotions. Everything is
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
La said he is currently going through that now. What you going through, La? Which one you talking about? Hey, if anybody wants to come on the show, I'm gonna put the link in the comments, and y'all can click on the link and come on and share your experience on what may have happened, how you overcame it. This is an interactive show, so
Yes.
feel free to come on. Click the link, and we'll see you on. But it says you still feel emotionally triggered by old situations. It says even small reminders, smells,
Oh my God. Yes.
wow, places and names can send you into sadness, anger, or anxiety.
Mine's was smells and motions, sounds.
Regarding change. Oh, I hear you, La. Yeah, those things that you just mentioned, Calms, are triggers.
Yeah.
They triggers. So, like you just said a minute ago, when you become aware of it, it puts you in a position to change it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just be aware of it and be like, you go right into autopilot mode and let the same behavior manifest. You got to do something about it.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the one you talking about, La. I know the one you talking about. Yeah. We just can't become aware. Okay, now that I know, what do I do? You know, now that I know, what do I do? Because I need to do something
Yes.
instead of just knowing. All right. Number 7. This one's big. I didn't say good. I said big. You define yourself by what went wrong. My motto was, remember my motto? I'm glad if something works right, but I'm looking for it to go wrong.
Yeah, you were always anticipating.
I'm looking for it to go
if things
bad.
were going great,
I'm waiting for it to go bad.
your anxiety would be so high because then you're anticipating something to go wrong.
Something has to go bad.
Well, I have to admit that I felt that way after Kyle died.
That what?
I was just mute. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to step out and do anything because that time, how we were growing, and it was like all of a sudden that came out of nowhere. So yeah, that made me.
It's understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an event that you've never gone through.
Right. And I'm normally not like that, meaning I'm always the optimist.
That is true.
Well, why you had to yell? Good Lord.
That is true. Yeah, but it was an event that we never experienced before. There ain't like people really believe parenting. There is no perfect way to parent. There's no perfect way to handle death.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how many books you read.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Shoshana.
Hey, Shoshana. La said, "Yeah, that was me, full of anxiety from constant expectation of something going wrong, especially with La. I was terrible with it, son. I mean, terrible. Like, I mean, we could be having the greatest time. I'm sitting there like this,
looking around like, it's coming around.
I'm waiting. And if you ever watch Everybody Loves Raymond, that's how he exists. You'll never ever experience true happiness when you live like that.
Right, because you're not experiencing life. Everything is going on around you, and you're sitting there waiting, opposed to
enjoying,
embracing
what's in front of you.
Right.
Let me tell you, man, it is one of the hardest things you'll ever learn. Embracing now, enjoying what's going on now, not relating it to something that's happened. You know what I'm saying? It's a training hour. You got to train yourself.
What are you on Instagram on?
Who? Why?
I was gonna pull Instagram up.
I'm under my name, Myers_Al on Instagram.
Okay.
All right. It says you say things like, I'm the one who got cheated on. I'm always messing up. But why is it always me? This is a sign that you're still holding on to the past. And we're going to get into how to. La says, I was extremely secretly miserable while masking. That's what we do, La. We are like geniuses at masking. And one of the things that I learned that we do in the P's that a lot of people don't understand, we become comedians. I'm telling you, you get good at joking and you really don't understand why you do that.
I was gonna say, but you're laughing through your pain.
You don't know that though.
No, while you're doing it, you don't recognize it.
Because somebody will say a joke that really hurt you.
Yeah.
And you laughing, and then you got to get back. But deep down inside, that joint, like you saying that wasn't funny.
Right.
But in the hood, you can't do that. You got to come back. You got to be the master of one-liners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you get older and find out that that type of behavior is really not necessary. But it's so hard to break it because it has become your mode of operation. So now you're this comedian and you can't stop.
Right.
Everything's a joke.
Everything is a joke.
You got to sit back and do some real introspection to go, wait a minute. All I'm doing is mimicking what I've done all my life. Time for me to change that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Number 8. Moving right along. This was me all day. You keep your heart guarded, even from God.
Ooh.
If you can't learn to be out, like to just be open with another human, don't think for 1 second you can do it with God. You're fooling yourself.
Right.
And the craziest thing is, he already know you fooling yourself. Like I said, comedy got me validation, self-worth, and coochie while questioning who am I really. You hide behind it.
Mm-hmm.
All of us do it. Some of us still do it. Don't even know we're doing it until you sit back and go, everything is not a laughing matter. When you find yourself trying to be humorous all the time, check that.
Yeah.
Check that.
Yeah.
Check that.
Because everything is in a laughing matter.
Take a good look into that.
Yeah.
Number 9. This was me for a minute as well. These are some good points, man. If y'all want this thing emailed to you, put your emails in the comment, man. Now, I will be more than happy to email these things to you. You have not or haven't processed your grief or trauma. Now, the thing with this is, especially in the African American community, we frown on counseling. We frown on anything that has to do with our mental health, not realizing we really need to go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Questioning God like he's trying to set me up to be up with him and away from my lie. You on this, son? Yeah. You gotta go talk to somebody. I got you, La. I'm gonna say this to anybody who's raised in an environment where violence is high. You got PTSD.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that's happened, not outside our homes, inside our homes, it's not normal.
Right.
And it's put, how can I say it? It's put us in positions where we're super guarded. I mean, we're super guarded. What's helped me a lot is moving here. I remember when we first moved down here and they told us, man, don't go down in that area. It's really bad down there. And we went down and I was like, if this is all I got to worry about,
we good.
oh, good. Because I came from a neighborhood that was just crazy.
Right.
but it was normal.
It was our normal.
It became
Right.
normal.
Right.
And
So to the weak at heart, meaning, or the people who are from here and escaped that madness, yeah, they saw that as being terrible. When we looked at it, it was like, this is like low key nothing.
but what I learned is because it was low key to me, did not make it low key to them.
No, because just because they moving slower don't mean they slow. Yeah,
They still experience the same trauma,
definitely.
just at their pace.
That's right.
And for some of us that's still caught in that matrix, we don't even know that we're going through it.
Right.
It's affecting everything we do.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's imperative, excuse me, that you go talk to somebody. Go talk to somebody. You got to get that stuff up out you, because if not, it's going to affect every relationship you get in. You know, you're going to keep living in your past.
Yeah.
You can't get out of it until you go to somebody who can train you how to get out of it. All right. That was number 9.
Yes.
And the last one is number 10. It says you feel stuck, but you can't explain why. That's a good place to be. Because when you can't explain why, then you need to go get you some help.
I was gonna say, why is it a good place?
Because it's telling you need to go get help.
It's telling you need help. Yeah.
If you can make sense out of it, you'll rationalize not needing help.
Wow.
As long as you can make some kind of sense out of it,
Yeah.
you'll go, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. And that will become your mode of operation. It ain't that bad. I'll take care of it later. Now, you need to take care of this now, man. A lot of people don't understand there are lives attached to you. I'm not even going to attribute it to anything but the spirit realm. You were birthed here to help people. You were not birthed here just because God ain't had nothing else to do. But we were birthed into some of the craziest situations imaginable. And some of us are, I don't want to say pissed off, but we're so caught up in the situation we was raised in that we don't realize that situation was used to arm you for your next.
Right.
But we stay in these situations.
So what did Pastor Charlie say? Your father may not have been in your life.
His only purpose may have been to get you here.
To bring. That's right.
And when you do the examination of how the egg matches the sperm, it's almost a choosing thing that goes on in there. It's not coincidentally done, because millions of eggs can go by until this thing. I mean, it's such a spiritual connection. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But we get so caught up with the method, we don't realize.
Right. That it was probably just the connection was just to bring forth, and that's not just for the fathers. That's for mothers. There's some mothers who tap out and don't want to be a mother, or be a parent of the children's lives. So,
I mean, it's.
They were just a vessel.
I mean, to just put it in a nutshell, you're here.
You're here.
We're
now
here.
what? Yeah.
What?
Yeah. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
I heard this one kid. He said he was yelling at his parent, saying, "You brought me into this world. I didn't ask to be brought into this world." I was like, and he was mad because they were poor. How dare you have me and bring me up into this poor lifestyle? I was like, wow.
You know something about me growing up? I never considered myself poor. I just considered that we didn't have any money. I never considered myself poor. The unity that we had in Fort Greene Projects put me in a position where my wealth was in the people.
Yeah. But how many people don't see it that way?
I'm just talking about me.
Yeah.
And that wealth was like if I knew that if anything ever happened, I could go get a village of people
Yeah.
that wouldn't ask one question and be ready to roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it gave me a confidence that I don't know. It may be borderline arrogance. I don't know.
I think we all did.
We all did what?
I mean, he had that air, especially if you had people, you know.
I was a little overboard though.
Yeah. But,
Yeah.
but it was me being Pete's daughter.
Okay.
Being Pete's daughter meant a lot in the projects.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that made me not do a lot because I was Pete's daughter and people were watching me.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just rambling. I'm tired.
Anyway, yeah, it's so when you go into other, let's say other communities,
Mhm.
it's misconstrued for arrogance.
Yeah.
And it's just confidence.
Yeah.
It's extreme confidence in knowing who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm so, let me say this correctly. That's why counseling helps me so much. It's because I'm not afraid to admit what I know is wrong.
Mm.
I know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see that this thing is bothering, well, hold on, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Some of us can't identify what's wrong because we can't identify who we are.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're moving right along. It says how to let go of the past. So we found out 10 signs on how to identify if you're still working in the past.
Mm-hmm.
This is how to let go of the past. Lie, you gonna love this. Number 1, identity formation. We just kind of hit on it a little bit, but I'm gonna put all this on the screen. It says the past is where we built identity, whether it's through experiences, relationships, or even trauma. Our minds use these events to define who we are. Letting go can feel like losing a part of who we are, of ourselves.
Mm.
Who we are is tied into what we did.
Mm-hmm.
I gave an example to somebody many, many years ago. I said, you standing on North Portland and Myrtle. I said, if you were standing on Marcy and Myrtle, would you be the same person?
Mm.
Could you stand with this boldness over there like you stand right here?
Mm.
And he looked at me. I said, if you can't, then you're somebody here. That's not
Right.
who you are.
Right.
That's who you are here. Because when you go over there, you're not going to do the same thing.
Right.
One of the downfalls we had is we just went everywhere,
Yeah.
you know, but we didn't go everywhere looking for trouble. We just went everywhere because we didn't,
Yeah.
it wasn't a fear
No.
of, you know, oh, if I go over there, this and that going to happen. And that's one of the things that in Fort Greene, it helped me with my identity.
Yeah.
So my help is not hard to get because me moving around doesn't make me, I don't care who I was back there. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times people hold us to our past.
Yeah.
You know, I was reading a story the other day about Christ Jesus, how they said he couldn't perform any miracles in his hometown. And I read more and I read more. It was because they could not see him past being the carpenter. They could not see him past being Mary and Joseph's son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He couldn't be seen as the glorified one because, wait a minute,
Right.
you know, and I was laughing because we got this thing in the hood where we familiarize you with what you do. Oh, that's crackhead Joe. That's stinky so-and-so. That's big head so-and-so. And you could be 70.
And
And they still call you
and
that.
recovered 30 years in recovery, but you still crackhead Joe.
They never see you past who you were.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know, I tell
yeah.
a story all the time, but I ain't gonna tell it today. But somebody, you gotta see yourself
Yeah, past it.
past that.
Yeah.
Who you was
Mm.
not your overall identity. It's who you may have needed to be back then.
In that moment, right? But we all grow up and mature.
We should.
and evolve out of that situation.
We should.
Yeah.
I remember being somewhere maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and the dude is older than me. And he was sitting off into the corner, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? I said, man, you still getting high? And he was, that coke had him all gripped up. And I'm like, after all these pee in the bed, after all these years? Yeah, lie's crazy. Lie is crazy, boy. Pee in the bed, Nicole. Number 2, unresolved emotions. If somebody said to you unresolved emotions, what would you think that meant?
It means,
I know you're sleepy, but
I'm sleepy.
So say for instance, me and you had intense fellowship.
Okay.
And you felt, see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You
so
felt
I was still holding resentment or mad because we really didn't resolve the issue.
You didn't resolve it. I was resolving.
No, but that's the problem. But never mind. Because of the last.
Why you pointing your finger at me?
Oh, I'm just pointing. I'm not pointing at you.
What's wrong with you?
If I felt that the situation wasn't resolved, it wasn't complete. Yeah, we didn't come to a happy median.
What needs to be understood is at that particular moment, we were not going to come to a happy median.
Right.
So let me say it, as a person that was part of that confrontation, we should have established a time to come back and revisit that.
Very true.
Because when you don't get a chance to revisit it, it compounds into the next one.
Right.
All right. This says pain, guilt, regret, or betrayal often go unprocessed. When something hasn't been emotionally resolved, we replay it, trying to understand it, fix it, or even punish ourselves. Try to get in the resolution mode, people, so that you ain't putting yourself in a position of living in the past. Number 3, fear of the unknown. The past is familiar, even if it was painful. The future is uncertain, and stepping into it without carrying the lessons, fears, or habits of the past can feel like walking blind. I read something today. I put it on Facebook too. Let me see if I can find it. This daggone computer been acting really funny today.
What's the internet all day today?
All the money we paying for this internet.
Yeah, I know.
This thing should be working like
grease lightning.
What is greased lightning? Like somebody actually took some grease
and it's fast
and put it on lightning. Trying to find this. This saying is good.
Oh, okay.
So I gotta find it. It says, come on, where you at? You're gonna like this one, La. Familiar pain sometimes feels safer than unfamiliar peace.
Ooh.
I know what that is.
People can really be uncomfortable in peace because it's unfamiliar.
Correct.
Wow.
I'm not used to this.
Oh, that was us when we first moved here.
I'm not used to this.
Remember the quiet? We weren't used to the quiet.
I'm not used to this. So it's almost like in I learned this in counseling, a relationship that started off in turmoil, started in abuse. And one of the people in the relationship, primarily the abuser, changes. The other person, because of what they've understood love is, now can create situations for the abuse and the turmoil to take place because peace is unfamiliar. I'm not used to this.
Meaning their interpretation. Is that what you said?
Absolutely.
Their interpretation of what love was. Meaning him hitting me upside my head.
Absolutely.
Verbally abusing me. That was him showing he loved me so much.
Absolutely.
And that's, you develop that as your normal.
So now I've changed to really show you how to love you but because of what I've put you through for so
Now you a
long,
sucker. Yeah.
wait a minute, that's
Yeah.
not what I've learned to what love is.
Right.
And so I'll create situations. And if I can't create the situation with you, I'm going to find that situation
Oh, somebody's out there gonna get
until I learn
yeah.
what true love is. This is the
Yeah.
past. This is the haunting of our past.
Yeah.
And we got to do better. I forgot what number I was on. I was on number 3.
Right.
Number 4, lack of closure. When something ends without proper closure, like you just said a minute ago,
Mm-hmm.
relationships, dreams, injustices, we often hold on, hoping to eventually make sense of it or to rewrite the ending. You got to take it for what it is. And anybody that's married, me and my wife kind of advocate for marriages.
Mm-hmm.
Your spouse ain't your enemy.
At all.
We got to get out of competition mode,
Yes.
comparative mode. We got to take these old gauges and throw them out the window.
Yeah.
And now together
Mm-hmm.
create new gauges.
We're not in competition with one another. We're on the same team.
It took me a long time to understand that.
Yeah, we're on the same
It
team.
took me a long time to understand that because I had trust issues.
Yeah.
I had issues where I just thought it was like it's too good to be true. This ain't. At any minute it's gonna fall apart.
Mm-hmm.
At any minute it's gonna fall apart. All right, that was number 4. Number 5, cultural and family conditioning.
Mm.
Sometimes we're taught to hold on to family shame, grudges, expectations, or traditions, even if it's toxic. Generational patterns can keep people trapped in cycles of guilt and silence. But you gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
You have to know that this is happening.
Yeah.
The number one thing, okay, so I'm gonna talk about counseling many, many years ago. We had a mantra. It was identification, education, application, manifestation. You find out, you identify what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make sure that what you're calling it is what it is.
Right.
Because if it's almost like going to the doctor and be misdiagnosed.
Wow.
I ain't see Ty's comment.
Who?
Ty, what's up, Ty? She says sometimes people are just used to the chaos. So when everything is so peaceful and normal, it's not normal to them. You're so used to destruction that it becomes normal to you. Some people don't know how to choose peace over chaos. That is right, Ty.
Mm-hmm.
They don't.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that they don't know how to choose it.
They don't know what it really is.
It's unfamiliar.
Right.
It doesn't feel.
It especially if you were brought up in an aggressive home, everybody was aggressively speaking to one another. So now you get into a place where it's quiet.
Something wrong with
And
it.
everybody talks in a monotone.
Man, what's wrong with these people?
They ain't cool.
These people crazy.
You understand? Yeah, I can't be with this
That's how you
because
feel.
it's not my familiar.
It's not familiar.
Yeah, it's not familiar.
So I will choose familiar madness
Oh,
over unfamiliar peace.
yeah, a drunk card game house over a house playing mellow tone music and just sitting
I
and
like
chilling.
drunk card games.
Ah,
Why you hating on? Why you
yeah.
hating on my drunk card games? I love being around drunk people.
I know you do.
But it's not that I love chaos.
I can't do
Because
it.
when it gets to be too much,
I'm out.
I have to go.
Yeah.
I've learned what peace is. And that's what these shows are all about. Learning more than what you've had to pick up. Because some people haven't been taught nothing. It's what you picked up.
Mm-hmm.
Ty says, like in our family, after every event, we had to fight. When my husband became in a part of my family, that happened. He was like, that's not normal. But we didn't know that because we didn't know no different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the hardest part of being married is accepting your spouse is normal.
Yes, yeah.
Because to you, you're like, that's crazy.
I think it's absurd.
It's normal.
But it's, yeah.
And so we try to impose our normal.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
now we got chaos.
Yeah.
We got chaos.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the biggest things I've learned about, I'm going to say my past, is accepting that there's something wrong with me.
Would you say something wrong with you, or that you just developed some coping skills that are just no longer necessary?
Something's wrong with me.
What do you mean?
My,
Well, you had a lot of revenge.
my thought process was not right. Meaning, the way I thought about handling things was just violence.
Right. That was your coping skill.
But when you watch that video that you posted, this violence thing, when you go back to slavery, it was how we were taught to protect our women.
Yes.
But it turned to now how we treat our women.
Yeah.
So we've always had this violence thing.
Mm-hmm.
Now you get older, you stop drinking, you stop getting high. And one of the things I'm learning is when you remove something, you got to put something back in its place.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
You can't just, hey, Auntie Sam, you can't just think that you can, okay, I got rid of this.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
No.
Because I stopped getting high, I stopped drinking, and I got angry.
Yes, you did.
I got bitter.
Mm-hmm.
I got more aggressive.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out why.
Right.
There's a long story behind that, but we don't get to that because that's dealing with some other things. But, you know, I had to learn new normals.
Yeah.
Because my old normal was, you know, getting high, drinking,
Mm-hmm.
violence.
Numbing yourself that you didn't have to deal with it now. You didn't have to deal with it.
I never thought about dealing with it.
Yeah.
Regular stuff, people, let me say this. Stuff that's regular, I never thought about dealing with that stuff.
No. No.
Why? Because the people I'm with, they with this. And so you grow, you start to grow, you start to see, okay, it's time for me to change. A lot of people still in their 60s, 70s ain't changed nothing.
No.
I think a lot has to do with the environment they're in.
Yeah.
But don't confuse that with people who are changing in that environment.
Or they don't have anybody in their lives who's really would check them per se. Got a lot of people who, like we always say, you move out of the area, so everybody that grew up with you and knew you, you know, is not around. So now you could create a scenario of who you were in this new environment and pretend that you had all this growing up and doing, you know, did all these things, but it wasn't really part of your real reality.
Okay.
Never mind. I don't feel
You have to make it make sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. What you're saying is absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of moving on to better things,
right?
Who you've always wanted to be, you now created in this new environment.
Right.
I know what you meant.
Right.
Yeah. You create that doesn't always happen in a new environment. It happens in the old environment because now you're older. The stuff that you couldn't do, you think now you can.
Yeah.
But the time for you to do that is over. That is really living in your past.
Yeah.
You know, you 65 years old, your hat backwards, cigarette in your mouth, talking about what's going on, player. You're 65, son.
And you trying to score the next pair of Jordans,
You got
like the kids.
I don't think nothing wrong with that, but when you obsessed with that stuff,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for those of us who've lived that life, son, we can't wait to get away from it.
Right.
Because it's false.
It's hard.
It's a false life, man. What I'm saying when I say it's a false life is, you know, people think there's a lot of love out in them streets. There ain't no love out there in them streets. That love is based off your level of respect. And your level of respect pretty much boils down to they know them dudes will kill somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it works.
Mm-hmm.
Or you the biggest drug seller over here, so you got an army of cats behind you. You know what I'm saying? And when you grow up with all that, man, you can't wait to get far away from that.
Right. You don't want that part of it.
It's not peaceful.
It's not.
I told somebody the other day, so this is 2025.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't owned a gun in probably 10 years.
Really?
It's probably been 10 years.
Yeah.
Ever since we moved from Dunn Circle,
Okay.
I have not owned a gun.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I used to play war games in the house. Like I had guns in places, and when you went home, I would make these scenarios up of what happens if somebody come in the house.
Oh, God.
I would roll off walls, and there would be guns there. And so
What
when
about the kids?
they never knew where the guns was at. They couldn't get to them. You can't get it. What you doing under the couch looking for a gun? Anyway, when I gave my life to Christ, at the very beginning, it was a little leery, but I'm like, if I'm gonna believe in this thing, I'm gonna believe in this thing wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
And like I tell people all the time, you really don't know what that gun is about.
Yeah.
You go to the range and you put 90 holes in this, you let that thing start shooting back at you. You really see how strong you're not.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that can happen is for somebody that they get the gun from you.
Yeah.
They pissed. You pulled it. There's a whole lot to it. So I didn't think I needed it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Even right now, I'm not. It just means something different to me.
Yeah.
And so I'm saying all to say is it was a release of my past.
Mm.
It was a total. Before I really got acclimated into this walk, I had to release that.
Mm.
Because
that was part of what you were.
I was aggressive.
Yeah, yeah.
I was mad aggressive. Like, if you blink, I know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
But I released that. The aggression left, but the confidence never went nowhere.
Oh,
I still had the See, a lot of people got them things on them, and that's their confidence.
Yeah.
That wasn't my confidence.
That wasn't your confidence.
That wasn't my confidence. So
it was a tool.
It was a pleasure, to not have to carry that thing. This all took place with me leaving there. Like I told somebody the other day, they asked me, when did you stop getting high? I said, when I stopped being around y'all. When you're around people that just got it, it's hard. It's hard. So this episode was about releasing your past, 10 signs that you're still living in your past, some of the things you can do to release your past. My 3 things is, number 1, journal. I journal everything. We need to journal more to write our own stories. Number 2, find you somebody to go talk to. And number 3, stop being afraid of what people want to do with your information. Stop worrying about what people are going to do with your information. Because if your information falls on the right ears, there's very little you may have to do for the rest of your life. But our past, because we're so guarded, we think that keeps us safe. It doesn't. It prevents the good from coming in. Prevents the good from coming in. So we're going to stay on this for another, week or 2, because a lot of us are living in our past and don't know it. Our actions are contingent on what happened opposed to what's happening.
And hopefully that what we're talking about pricks you, that you recognize, hey, I do that.
All of us do it.
Yeah,
every last one of us does
and
it.
And then I think we need to spend more time doing a lot of self-reflection.
How do you do
we
that?
can do better.
If somebody asked you, how do I self-reflect? How would you tell them to do that?
Well, I do it based off of conversations me and you have, or say I'm doing stuff at work, and even like the conversation I was having with the lady on the phone, we were on the phone together. I rerun those conversations in my head and go, oh, that was a little harsh. I could have worded that differently.
Mhm.
You know, people who I may work with, and I'll go back to them and go, hey, you know, we were talking the other day and I heard myself
Okay.
and I sounded a bit aggressive.
Okay.
That wasn't my intent.
Okay. That's good.
You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
do stuff like that.
That's good.
Things I have thoughts that come into my head and I go, well, why did I think of that?
Hmm.
Where did that come from? And just reflect on what I may have been watching, what I heard, you know, on the news or whatever was on in the room. What made me think of that?
Mhm.
You understand? What could I do to not let that thought come into my head?
Right.
You know, type of a thing.
That's
So,
good. That's good. I mean,
Yeah,
what may work for her may not work for you.
correct.
Like I tell people all the time, you on your phone all day anyway. Look up some help for yourself.
Yes, definitely.
You know, everything is not about entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, scroll on something that could potentially help you.
Mhm.
You know, and a lot of us don't know we need help, and we do. And I'm not saying you need help because you crazy as God knows what. It's just so you can be a better person.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, God deserves our best. So we need to be on 100.
Yeah. And you deserve a better you.
And you deserve to be.
Yeah, you need to be a better you, period.
I'm learning just by watching people. Some people don't enjoy being around themselves.
Mm.
Their company is the phone.
Yeah, I heard who was it? Somebody was talking about they have a lot of friends and they go out to dinners and stuff like that, but they had to learn how to date themselves.
Now, how do you do that?
How do you date yourself? You go to the movies by yourself. You go to dinner by yourself.
We can do that.
Comfortable. Try it.
I'm asking. Can we do that?
Well, she's a single woman. So it was that stop getting always feeling like you have to always have all these other people around to have fun.
What makes people like that they have to be with somebody?
Because sometimes you're trying to avoid looking at yourself.
I think that
Seeing your
got a lot to do
own
with your past
self.
as well.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, something may have happened in your past that now puts you in a position where you don't like being alone.
That, what did Marita call it?
Oh, she said loud silence.
Loud silence.
She said loud silence.
And sometimes you need to have you need to be in a place where you could be alone with your thoughts and go out and see, how do you really like this? I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just to learn what you really like.
Learn
who you are. Not the 18 or the 27-year-old
learn who you are right now. Yeah.
Learn who you are right now.
What do I like? What do
Yeah,
I like?
what do I
What do I
really
dislike?
like? Yeah, what do I? Yeah,
But do I dislike it because of who did it?
do
Or do I dislike it because I just dislike it?
Yeah, it just doesn't please me or doesn't fit me. Yeah, yeah.
Because whatever you decide is okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I learned that I didn't like this person doing that,
Right.
but it was okay when this. Okay,
Mhm.
compartmentalize,
Yeah.
strategize, live intentionally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
waiting for stuff to happen to make a decision.
Waiting. Yes. Like us chasing sunsets.
That was you. I was just driving.
You were just
You kept saying,
we
"Go that
were
way.
dri-
Go that way."
Well, we were chasing it together.
I was going wherever you said to go. Didn't make me a difference.
But how we said, sometimes it's not about capturing it with the camera. Is that your cameras of your life, your eyes, seeing it and experiencing it right there, right then and there. Take it in. And
Embrace now.
And embrace it.
Embrace now.
Yeah.
Embrace right now.
Yeah.
What happened a minute ago, you can't change.
At all.
And even though you made plans for tomorrow, it might not materialize.
Right.
Okay. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
You gonna go to pieces, or you gonna let your past predict your next move? Because when things fall apart, how you used to handle things is going to pop up.
Yeah.
Some people don't even know how to go into their self-conscious and clean it out. Here's a perfect example of what I do every day. Something pops up, and I say to my mind, we're not doing that. And my mind will go, yes, we are. No, we're not doing that. The battle constantly, every day, and eventually that new thought goes into your database. So now you clean, you're replacing, you're cleaning out. But you got to do this every day. You just can't have haphazard conversations. Like, and I told you this before, I used to do experiments where I'll go, oh, my shoulder hurt? And somebody will say, man, my knee hurt? Just to see who would go, man, my shoulder hurt. I did this. Not once did I hear a resolution because they're going right into their old database, living from the past. So now, like I said, what I do is when I hear anything familiar and the thought pops in my head, we're not saying that.
Right.
We're not saying that.
Yeah.
So now I'm learning to take the we out and go, I'm not saying that. Because when you say we, it's not personal.
No.
When you say I, you got to understand the body has to react. Your mind has to react. That's another thing we got to learn. How do I function? How do I function? Because when I learn how I function, I can change it.
Right.
But if I'm not paying attention, if I'm not writing stuff down,
right.
If I don't have a record of nothing I do,
right,
I'm going to replicate it.
Right.
And the worst thing, not the wrong says worse, when you single, there's nobody to hold you accountable. La said, that's the inner against principalities. Like you're going deep with it, but that's what it is. Yeah. When you get into a relationship, it exposes all your past infirmities. Now, the reason I use infirmities is because it can be diagnosed. And you can get medicine for it. We got to do better out there, peoples.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got to learn how to spend time with ourselves. You got to learn to look at the ugly parts of yourself.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And once you see it, it's like a car. You got to take it into the shop.
Yeah. Got to get a flush.
But you got to choose your shop wisely.
You can't use Jimmy's waffles and oil change.
You got to choose your shop wisely.
Yeah.
And what better shop to use than the person who made you?
Yeah. It is the biggest hospital in the world.
I mean, the word of God hasn't failed me yet.
Right.
But you got to take it.
Man may have.
You got to take it for what it says.
Yes.
Not for what you wanted to say.
Right. And if people just reflecting on what you just said, the word of God has never failed you. And people would say, oh, well, when if I went to that church, they did such and such. It wasn't the word of God.
I ain't said nothing about no church.
That's right. That's why I said the word of God is what it is. That's right. The church is a giant.
You need to be appreciative that them people are in there.
Oh, yeah.
At least they in the house.
Yeah.
They trying
to get help. Yeah.
But we're so judgmental, pass. Critical, pass.
Yeah.
Opposed to going, let me embrace this person.
Yeah.
Let me try something new.
Yeah.
Instead of going, that person smells like cigarettes. Look at her dress. Look at it. Shut up.
That's right.
Jesus. Is that why you came here?
Is that what you came here?
Because guess what? They over there talking about you.
Hello. Right. Yeah.
The the past. Let me read this. This is pretty good, Locke. You'll enjoy this. Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me find it. You gotta talk like
You
a
want to
pastor.
say it again?
That's how pastors talk. Give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh God, I'm hurting.
This line here, it says, letting go of the past. Let me see if I can put this in the chat. It might be a lot, but I'm going to try to put it in there. I'm going to put it in the comments. It says, letting go of the past isn't about forgetting. It's about freeing yourself to live fully in the present and walk boldly into the future. Here's a faith-based, practical path to help you release what's been holding you back. All right, we're gonna run through this right fast. This is how to let go of the past. Did we go through this? No, we didn't. Carmen's ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
All right, go to sleep then. Let's do this first one right here. Acknowledge it honestly. Acknowledge what you're going through. Identify it. If you can't identify it, get somebody to help you identify it. Find you some help. Find you some help. Find you some help.
Yeah.
Find you some help. Take your phone that you're on every day and go into some of these Psychiatry Today works for me and do some surveys.
Please go to Copilot and type in there, I need help with this. Can you point me in the right direction?
Yeah, that's her go-to thing. Go Pilot and the other one. What's that? ChatGPT?
They're two in the same. But you
Yeah.
go in there and type in what you're thinking and what you want help in. And it's going to give you strategies. And they got footnotes, so it tells you, it gives you articles that you could go and read on what you're looking for. Copilot. Yeah.
Carmen said, go to Copilot. They typed it in right.
CO.
Isn't that something that's like when you pull up the internet, it's like right in the top corner?
On the edge. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get better, people. Let's just
I
get
have
better,
it right
man.
here. I have the ribbon.
Let's acknowledge
Right here.
what it is that we need to get help with.
Yeah.
And let's go get the help that we need, man. So Calms is tired. We're gonna end the broadcast, but we'll see you again next week. Better for today. Peace out.
Mm-hmm.